Hello guys, this is zorlaKOKA here. Today we are talking about defending B on Mirage. Okay, there is a great video about Mirage overall. The video is from Taco, and he speaks Portuguese, so it's wonderful for Portuguese people. The thing is, many people just recognize some of the plays that I normally do on my stream, and they say well, they would like me to explain a little bit more. I was thinking about doing this video a little bit later because it's not that much of a priority, you know, because of the Taco video, which is insanely good about Mirage, and the first 20 minutes of the Taco video are just about defending B. But in the other hand, some people ask for it, so I'm just, why not, right? Let's just take care of this one. We need to do them all. Mirage will have like 5 videos defending, one for each position. It's a very complex map to defend, and it's actually considered, and it is considered, and it's obviously a city-sided map. So it's not also hard to defend, but you also defend with a lot of responsibility, because if you have a bad city side, it's pretty hard to come back on this map. So in terms of B plays, we are going to talk about pushing B. We are going to talk about taking information and playing for the peaks. Okay, so after you play for the peaks, you need to delay them, you know, you need to counter their executes. Okay, so the first thing, let's talk about how to push. Okay, maybe we will talk a little bit about AWP too, but that's a little bit too simple, even for simple CSGO videos on this channel, right? So let's make a good smoke for us to push. You can see it. You just hug the wall right here, the barrel, and you just put it in the middle. This is how I smoke, okay? And this is how I flash. Just one quick step to the right, and like this. Maybe it was a little bit too strong. No, it was not. Okay, as you can see, it's a pretty good flash and it's a pretty good smoke, because when you go through it, you know, you have a little bit room to yourself. You can push the smoke with the flash without making any noise and getting at the head position. You obviously need a partner with you to do this, or not so much, because you can just smoke for yourself, you know, and then you can just climb here and come to push the smoke. Okay, this is a little bit risky. You can actually use a flash too, obviously, right? It was a little bit too short, I guess, but still, you understand what I'm trying to do, right? And I never do this on my own. I normally tend to tell my friend to push B, you know, after I smoke, and then I flash for him. So it's easier if the guy that is playing with you that doesn't know how to use the smoke and the flash. You just do it. You just ask for him to push B, and you will smoke and flash for him. You understand? This is pretty good if you are on force buys. It's really good if you are playing SMGs versus AKs, like on the 4th round. You know, if you want the pistol but they planted, that normally happens. It is also very good if you are losing a lot of rounds in A. So if you are defending B good, but your mid guys and your A guys are having problems, pushing B many times will give you rounds, will give you a lot of info, and you know, being aggressive in B will provide a greater defense in A, so to speak. You understand what I'm saying, right? So this is how I actually push. If you guys if you guys want to have a position, you know, just to jump there or something, just make sure you jump properly. You just jump to this wall, to this van right here, and then you jump here. Okay, so the guys inside here don't see you if you jump properly. Okay, because I see many people just jumping here from here, which is insane, right? You have this thing right here. Just use it to your advantage. Okay, just make sure you jump like this. This is the first thing. The second thing is obviously taking info. Well, I'm not the king of these mechanics, I must say, but the idea is to jump from the mid side of this wall to the outside, instead of just jumping like this. You know, this is crazy. This is suicide. Okay, you just jump from the mid, and well, that was not good. When I'm doing this, I normally I prefer to miss some jumps and don't peek properly than to just jump badly and jump too high. You understand? So just take that into consideration. If you want to practice the mechanics, it's easy. Taco does it on its video like a really pro, right? Like a real pro, like he is, right? I love Taco. And basically that's it. After you take the info, well, your behavior, this is when stuff gets a little bit trickier, right? Because there's a lot of things you need to do. Let's talk about Taco too. I just seen like 2 videos from Taco on this E-League major, and you can see him prioritizing the UMP with full utility instead of a FAMAS or the M4 with no utility at all. And this is because on this current meta the B guy stands alone many times. And while you are taking info, many times you need to take info of B, but you also need to put your eyes on short too. Because while you're jumping, you can actually watch short too. You understand? So put that into consideration, because you can be here alone. And reacting to this type of information, it's very important. So when you see people on B, there's a lot of information that you can have. You can see like guys rushing, an AWP peeking, guys just like 1 or 2 guys. You can see the guy with the bomb. You know, there's a lot of utility you can get. The guy with the bomb you won't see that much, because normally proper clans try to defend themselves. But if you're playing matchmaking or face it, that will be pretty common. Okay, so aside from that, I'll just show you some tricks on how to use your utility. The first thing I need to tell you is that jump here. Okay, when you see something while you are jumping, just stay on the van. Okay, don't come here because they will grenade you like crazy. The van normally protects you pretty well from grenades, and it's easier, at least for me, to drop the utility to counter them. The smoke I use is this one. As you can see, it smokes the window. Okay, it leaves a pretty good gap right there, so it kind of invites them to push over this way, but it's not easy at all. They need to cross through the smoke, even if it's just for 1 second. The thing is that these smokes provide you cover to just rotate inside the bomb site to wherever you want. And so this smoke is a must, in my opinion. Just put it right there. Okay, it's pretty easy, right? If you want to flash, well, there's a lot of ways to flash. I normally just flash right here. Okay, if you want to molly, well, it's the same thing. Okay, then the flash, so the smoke on that middle thing, and the flashes right about here. Okay, the flashes and the molotovs. You can actually flash right here too. Okay, as you can see, it works pretty well. Many people like to use it like this, or use the molly. So it's pretty much your thing. But the thing I would like to talk to you about, and the most important thing in my opinion, it's the smoke. Because the smoke just gives you total cover from window, you know, for you to move, and it makes a hard push for them. It gives them a hard way to push to this balcony side. All right, so it works both ways, so to speak, right? So after you take the info and you use your utility, you need to rotate, right? And you can either, you know, just play like this, like many people do. People love to do this, just climb over here and surprise them from here. Or if you want to take care of the balcony side, you normal with the smoke, you can simply rotate, right? And you can go for here, for example. Okay, or you just can pick above if you want. Just don't do this, because this is just a little bit too risky. Well, if the smoke is still there, it's not going to be a problem. Okay, but if it's not, it's just a big problem. It can be really tricky to pick right here. This is just a fight that you don't want to take versus AKs, right? They have a big advantage, one shot to the head, and you're done. So, and they always look here. Okay, there's a lot of off angles like this, for example. Okay, that people don't need to look here. I see a lot of pro players using this off angle, but it is a little bit problematic, because if you want to use it alone, you need a lot of synergy with your partner. Especially because the guys can just go out from the balcony and drop from here to here, and then they will appear down here, which is pretty bad. They can also jump too, and they will see you pretty good. So I normally don't use this at all. I like to play sometimes right here, which is a pretty common spot, but to kill the guys that jump, it's also very good. If I do not have the smoke or something, this is something that I would use, or if the smoke is dissipating already, I would swap myself to that place. But you know, it's pre-fireable, so it can be a little bit tricky. You can play on the backside, right? And on the backside you have a lot of utility, like this. This is pretty good, like this. Oh, this is not strong enough, I guess. No, it's not, I know. It needs to be a little bit stronger, okay? This is a pretty good flash too. And this flash provides you with some cover too, as you can see. Okay, this flash is also very good. You can show yourself before it blows, but you need to be careful, because this is how I protect myself when I play on this side. Obviously, you can just wait and go for the silent kill, right? The first kill to be you know, a surprise. But sometimes they see you rotating, or they hear you, and playing on the surprise factor is just crap. So if you are quick, just mauling and flashing, okay, and flashing a little bit more. Oh Jesus, it didn't went out, sorry. Okay, you can do a little bit of plays, a lot of plays, different plays that are good. This flash is pretty good because they protect you from that angle over there. Okay, and from the moment you put your Molotov, they will talk, and maybe one AWP will be here. If your partner from balcony it's late on the rotations, he won't contest that place, he's not contesting that place. That happens a lot, and even if it's not late, maybe they are just explosive attacking B or something, it can get a little bit tricky. But as you can see, I like to use all my utility. After I use the Molotov with just one of these flashes, or even both, I just tend to go out and provoke them. Okay, I just trust a lot on the flashes. But if you just use your first one, which is great if they fall down, you will have problems without using this one because of the windows. Okay, this one is pretty good versus the windows, okay, especially that one. Obviously this one doesn't work, but they normally don't tend to stay there looking at you. Okay, the thing is, sorry, the thing is, this is how I play from backside. Okay, you can actually play sneaky beaky from here too, and just listening to them and trying to pre-fire someone, you know, contesting forest or anything. But just don't forget, if you're playing B and you're alive, they know about it, so they will search for you like mad dogs. And if they don't see you contesting from anywhere, they will get you on the backside and you will be flanked. So it's not it is a pretty good idea to just have synergy with your short partner, but and hide and delay them and counter spam them and stuff like that. But at some point you need to kill them, and if you delay that contact a little bit too much, it will get really hard for you. So just don't be afraid, use your utility and capitalize on the utility that you use. Okay, basically that's it. So another important thing is how to come inside B. I like to come from here. Obviously I just go like this. Normally I don't tend to smoke on the start of the round, and then I go like this to avoid the flashes that they send above. And then I go for my first peek. I pray for an AWP not to be there, and for my jump to be pretty good like Taco. And after I take the info, I start smoking. The first thing I use, if it's just guys speaking, I just start smoking, and basically this is it. So this is just taking info and making the rotations and playing with the utility that you have, that will provide you with a lot of resources. So I need to talk to you about the peaks. Okay, there's one peak that you have with synergy, with like having a mate right here or over there, and then you can just pop flash for him. The pop flash I like to use, it's this one right here, right? You just hug the corner and you go for the wall, you know, just midway on this balcony over here, and you drop it. Okay, it doesn't even touch the ground, it stays right in the middle of the thing, so it's pretty good. You see, it's pretty good. It goes to the middle, so it basically protects you really well, and your teammate can just pop, you know, from whatever side he is and take like 1 or 2 kills for free. Okay, the other thing, this is also a very important flash if you're playing short, right? Because your B partner can be playing right there, and it's pretty on fashion these days. So, but anyway, the thing is, you need to take a peek. Okay, we took information, but now we're not playing to take information. We are afraid of AWPs. We already fucked up with your jumps, so we need places to get your peaks. So the first thing I would like to talk to you about, it's this peak right here. Okay, playing right here, I don't play that close to my monitor. I don't even play that much, as you guys know. So when I do this type of play, I just go like 10 centimeters or 15 centimeters forward to see a little bit better, and then I just put my crosshair placement pretty good, and I go for a quick burst and I run away. Normally they just die, like the second bullet just dinks them, and the first bullet just took it counted as an hit, so it just die immediately. All right, so it's pretty good. Another good place for you to take the first contact, it's right here. as you can see, it's the same. Basically, if they go no noise, right? If they go just walking, it's pretty good. And if they start using utility for no reason, they just explode out of nothing, well, you can just rotate pretty quick to counter their flashes, right? And go for this phase right here. Or you can just pick up the mollo there, rotate to here, okay? Or even to here, and you can start this play over here. You understand? You remember? Oops, not strong enough. I haven't, yeah, I didn't eat my lunch today, so yeah, it's just right here, okay? But you need to take it with power, to throw it with power, okay? And don't forget this one, it's pretty good. The Molotov is insane because you will listen to them, okay? The Molotov will hurt them, obviously, and you will listen to them, and it makes them, it makes your short partner life way easier with the Molotov. So the thing to take the peaks, there is also another angle that I really like to use, which is here. Okay, just like this. Oops. Okay, I like to stand because if I'm like this, they will see me a little bit earlier. So I just go like this. Okay, to take the first kill is also pretty good because they tend to pass here looking to the windows. I'll show you. So they will just start controlling, you know, they will start controlling, and when they appear right here, you will be here waiting for them. Okay, so just hug this this wall, play a little bit, you know, on the edge of the thing. Don't go too much because you cannot be seen from that place. It's just easy place for you to go for the early peak, and after you get your peak, your behavior, it's exactly the same as I explained to you when you take the information. Okay, so after you take the peak, you rotate, right? You rotate and you play the site, and you go for the faces for balcony or for guys that jump window like you want to. Okay, the other thing important is after you kill the first guy, you reposition yourself and you can start smoking. You know, this one is not perfect, but it works pretty well. You know, you can just Molotov too, you know, you can just flash. This one was bad. Oh my god, Jesus. Well, one of them was good, the other wasn't. Okay, so basically this is it. Okay, so don't forget, if you're playing for the peaks, the first kill you need to take. Okay, but just practice the crosshair placement, practice your reaction times. Okay, and basically that's it. After you take the peak, just you go on the second track of your play, right? So you start moving around, you just counter spam and stuff like this. Exactly the same thing that you do after you take this info. If you see an op or something, you can actually come here and smoke, right? For example, if you think they are progressing, I already told you. Oh my god. Fine. Sorry. I don't play that often, so and when I do, it's hardly. I hardly play B, but it's pretty fun to play B. I really like it because it's all about outplaying your opponents, and when you see them normally they are swarming you, so it's a pretty good place for you to defend. It's actually a pretty fun place if you want to play on a 1-4 setup without mid control, when you just have to defend B and short, at least give the info about short, which is pretty good too. So let me just show you another thing which is very important, which is playing with the op. Playing with the op here, obviously you need to contest your angles. So normally you can smoke on the start of the round or not, right? You can just molly, for example, because you are afraid of rushes when you're playing with an op, right? You can just jump here, like I showed you, right? Ask for the flash from your teammate, get the position, okay, and then or be boosted also, okay? Many teams like to boost the upper from down there, and then when you are boosted, just get control of this, okay, and then you can just play like you can see on the pros, on the pro level, which is very common for you to take this because you take info from very far away, and you know, seconds are very important in professional Counter-Strike, and you may think, well, On professional, yes, but not on matchmaking. Trust me, on matchmaking they are even more important. Why? Because your partners will take those seconds longer. So taking the info from here and from there will make the difference between a decent or a very late rotation from your partners. Okay, and it can actually give you kills, obviously, right? So basically this is it, guys. Defending B has no problem whatsoever. I already showed you a lot of plays with flashes and all. How do you react with your utility? I like to play with a grenade here. Many times I just throw it for no reason, just to lure them, you know, when I'm just taking info. If I take info of something not moving, I don't mind at all just throwing the nade and then smoking. Okay, I don't mind this at all. Okay, I think the grenade helps you, and even if it just takes like 20 HP from them, which is pretty easy to hit 20 HP here, it will be enough for them to die with just one dink, right? They're already dead. You're not dinking and leaving people with 19 HP. Basically, they just die. It makes your play easier. Even your spray transfers will be easier if you're playing versus 80 HP people, right? So basically this is it, guys. This is basically the simple thing about defending B. Obviously you can take this play too. I don't even do it, man. Okay, I don't even do it. This is when AUG you know, was in the meta and people were using AUGs to defend B. Well, it could make a little bit sense, but I don't use AUG at all. And with AUG it's pretty much, I think it's better than with the M4, but because it's just easier with the scope, right? You can actually boost people over here too, you know, you just jump here, you boost and you boost your AWP. So for me to show you how you will see somewhat of this, something like this. You understand? And obviously your crosshair won't be screwed like it is right now. And basically this is it, guys. So closing B, it's all about taking the info, go for the picks or push. Okay, if you are strong defending B, well, you can actually defend it alone, even taking care of short. Okay, for me it is all, guys. I hope you liked the video and gave you some good ideas and some good behaviors, and I'll see you on the next video. Okay, bye bye, guys.